Hello everyone, welcome to the Geek, I'm Penge, and today let's take a look at the Stanley Parable. I've heard about this, this is old, this is an oldie game I just never got around to playing, and a load of people who I know have been saying you should play it for many years, so I thought finally I would get round to playing it. All I know really, I've tried to avoid as much as I can about it. I've not watched playthroughs, I've not really sort of learned too much about it in order to spoil it. All I know is that there is a narrator and he kind of narrates on pretty much everything you're doing. I don't know to quite what degree that is. If I stand still and not do anything, or if I jump up and down, does he start commentating on that? So we'll find out. But yeah, other than that, I don't really know. So I assume a parable. I assume I am part of a narrative of some sort. So yeah, I don't think there's any point in faffing about. Let's just begin the game. I've put captions on, so hopefully weird parallel kind of infinite loopy thing happening. Yeah, let's go. Let's begin the game. The end is never the end. The end is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Makes sense.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I'm in control. Okay. Oh, I like how I get my own room. Being employee 47 isn't so bad. It does beg the question, if his entire job is to sit and press buttons on a computer, why are there pencils and a pencil sharpener? Do you use a moonlighting or something else, Stanley? Yeah, so I'm up and away from my computer. Okay, so I have a job where essentially I follow orders, somewhat mindlessly pressing the same buttons or whatever I'm told on a computer, which is interesting. So I get my own room and now everyone's gone. I do quite like the fact that he's in a little office and he just has to sit and just press whatever he's told to press. Nice, okay. Okay, so what does the narrator, how does the narrator work then? Like, do I try doors and things? How do I try a door? Okay, I don't know how to try a door. That office isn't as good as mine. Oh no, that's got a painting in. Oh no, mine's got a painting in. Mine's a painting of some... It's green with a mountain. What's their painting of? I don't know what that is. It looks like an amoeba or something. No, mine's better. My 429. Idiots.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe you just stay too late and everyone's gone home. Yeah, okay. What does that say on there? I like work. I just hate my boss on that cup. Aha! Zany mug with zany messages on it. Ah, very good. So yeah, I think my interaction is literally I just walk about. I don't think I can do anything with anything particularly unless it tells me to do so. Like, can I go through here?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Alright then, narrator man. Can I shut the drawers? I want to shut the drawers. Okay, yeah, let's go through here then. Let's go through this very obvious open door. What time is it? It's about 26 minutes past 11. Okay, let's go through here. Oh, that's that rubbish paint. Oh, it wasn't an amoeba thing. It was some leaves with rain on. Yeah, mine was way better. Okay, so down here. Where is the meeting room? That doesn't look like the meeting room. In here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I don't go in the door on my left, Mr. Talky Man? What if I choose this lovely door on the right? Ha ha
This
ha
was
ha.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, perhaps I did, or perhaps I didn't. That office is a mess. I mean, you should get fired. Get fired, that's it, you're out. Okay, let's go along. Oh, look, they're running something. They've got, hang on. They've got windows. I didn't have windows. I had some sort of weird green screen kind of DOS prompty looking type thing. They've got proper windows. It's not right. Hang on, what? That time is... Oh, no, that is right. I thought the time was different. Okay, so there's still big offices. 4B9. I want to go in there. 449. Walking along. Nothing really. Is this the employee lounge?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yeah, I am. Can I get a drink? Or is there literally no interaction? Is my interaction just moving? Is that it? What if I stand still?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
All right, there. Wrong side of bed. That's a nice little picture, yeah. Okay.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I'm enjoying the lounge, all right? I'm enjoying the lovely lounge. I'm not being creepy.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Oh, right. No game. La la la. I'm just going to stand here. I'm going to look at this chair. It's a nice chair. It's got a good arms, good strong arms on it. Nice. Little legs to keep it off the ground. Good. So, you know, you can get over under the edge. Good, comfortable looking back. It's a nice looking chair. So a lovely chair right there. Oh, someone's dropped something important. Someone's dropped notes. I can't zoom in or crouch down. Oh, well, I can crouch down. Oh God, if only I could read that. Journal of Extended Expose to Lounge Day 4. What is it about this place? I can't really read it. I can't read the words, but I think it's someone writing about the lounge, possibly. Yeah, you see, I'm not the only one. What are these dull-looking things? 5th Annual Subcommittee Meeting of the Internal Revenue Analysis for the Committee of the Royal Revenue Dissensions Club. No girls. Okay. Right, okay, you win, commentator talky
But at last,
man.
he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
But I want to know what's down there. I don't want to go into the first room. Do you know what? I'm not going to entirely defy it all the time. Because I assume that's the point. It's about choice, is it? So he's telling me to go that way. But yeah, I will go. For now, I'll go this way.
He detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But now, you see, now we've got a problem. Now we have a problem because here is a thing with a big red button. And, you know, I don't think I can resist a thing with a big red button. Sorry, talky man. Big red button's being pressed. I'm going to go see where this takes me. This looks fun. Anywhere nice. Oh, gosh. Oh, loading. Oh, I wasn't expecting to have loading screens. Right, you are.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
I don't know. I don't want to go left. I don't want to go that way. Open some of the doors. I can't get out any other way, can I? Oh, that's annoying.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Oh, you funny man.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, okay. We've opened a big door. There's a truck. Oh, can I get in the truck and drive it round? No, I cannot do that. Okay, down some horrible... I'm going downwards. I can't help noticing, narrator man. I was going upwards before. My goodness, this is one crazy looking room.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
No, don't start again. Oi. You. I saw what was going on in there. Something weird. They were all the rooms and you're watching them. Right, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We've done this already, Mr. Man. Is it a full... Is it a proper... Is it just literally just resetting going, yeah, you're starting properly again? 2 doors.
Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
This is different, yeah. There weren't extra doors.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
What, I have all carte blanche to pick any of these? Oh, Mr. Narrator Man, you spoiled me with all this choice. It's a bit weird. The Narrator Man sounds how I... And I probably have to go back and check. And some people will go, no, he doesn't sound anything like him. Sounds like the man who did the voice of the book in the original Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series. He's kind of got that very kind of nice sort of English way of speaking. But he's not overly posh. He's just well pronounced. So I'm going to go in here. Oh, look, it's all one.
Say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No, don't restart. Stop restarting it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, come on. We're going this way, Narrator Man. We're going down here, and this room should have 2 doors in, unless it's gone a bit what?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Well, this way? There wasn't anything. I can't go this way. There's nothing open. You've not opened any of the doors. What about up there? Up there. I want to go up there. There's all holes in the ceiling and things. I don't think there's anything in here, is there? No. Just all the other office room things. Nothing. Nothing.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
But this wasn't here before. This doesn't make any sense. Oh, this is beautiful.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. This is tremendous. It's rewriting as we go. So now what? Is everything still there? No, look, it's all different again. It's changed. Right, now I'm in a mangy old cupboard. Oh wow, it looks like I'm in the really awful bit of aperture, doesn't it? That does. I'm going to find a little radio playing that music.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
I don't know.
So. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yes!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Hooray! I've won!
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Stop restarting it. You're making it go wrong. Look, I'll follow your rules, alright?
All right, I've got a solution.
This is brilliant.
To make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh, what could possibly go wrong with following this line? Is my room back to normal? Yes, it is. It's not a weird corridor thing anymore. Okay, well, who am I to argue? Let's follow this beautiful yellow line. Follow the yellow... I've never been in here before. No, it's that way. That's... What? No, okay, right. Oh, I want to go in there. Can I go and play solitaire? Let me in. Or free sale or whatever. Is it solitaire? Yeah, it looks a bit like it. Oh, I want to go and play that. Okay, follow the line. I've got no other choice at the moment, but this is fine. I don't mind following the line.
See,
the line is good.
The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Wow, that was a bit heavy. And while he was talking about all that, I was thinking that some bugger had nicked my picture. But okay, I quite like this music. I've deviated from the line. I like the music. This is good. Can I have this as my music wherever I go? I quite like this. Hi, yeah, just a pack of first-class stamps, please. Yep. Thanks. Or whatever. Hiya, just burger and chips, please. Which, to be fair, is more likely a thing I would buy. Okay, we're following the line. We're following the line. The line got... I struggled to go up the wall, but fair enough. Yeah, I'm walking along the line. The line's getting a little bit wobbly-bobbly, isn't it? The line is certainly losing its lininess, straightness, anyway, and becoming very wavy. I'm gonna assume I don't... Oh, it's got a question mark on the board. Oh, people have been brainstorming. Good, yeah, nice. I'm not going to go up there. 007. We all know who's in there. Matt Collin from accounts. Okay, let's go through here then. We're going to follow it along. See where it takes us. It's now a ziggy-zaggy line. It's good. I like the zigzag line. Oh, the light is swinging about. Narrator man, the light's swinging about. What's on this corner? Anything I can do to break all this? No. No, my epic music is still playing. There's a red light. Red light. Okay, do I need to... I'm not... Oh, what do they say? Annual reviews. Annual reviews. Let's go and find my one and give me a pay rise. Yes, Stanley is the best. Let's give him all the money. If there's anyone left, I might as well have it all. Corporate imbalances. Yeah, okay. I'm going to follow the line. I'm actually... Oh, no. What's down here? What? Hang on, what? The light... Ah! My mind can't deal with this. There's a line there going down toward financial records. And then if I... And I think this says departmental accounts. Yeah, if I go to just there, there's a corridor there. I don't know where I am anymore. I feel as I've lost my place in the universe. Okay, I'm going to go this way because there's a line here. That was tremendous.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
It's not that much to miss, to be fair. It's just sort of a fern. Yeah, green, ferny, fern-like, lots of fern bits. Okay, I think we've covered that fern pretty comprehensively there. Alan Titchmarsh and all the other Gardener's Wild folk are going to be impressed with my review there.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Hang on, what?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Don't blame the line. Hang on, how can that be going out there and that way? Let's go. So we go. I'm going to follow the line through. I am going to follow the line, Mr. Man, Mr. Voice Man. I'm going to see where it takes me. I'm literally going to follow it now. As far as we... You don't want me to go in there, do you? You're going to restart it again.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you.
Down there, look.
Everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Stop restarting! Right, Mr. Man. Now what do you want me to do? Are we going again?
You know what, Stanley?
What?
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
It's gone
We're
rogue.
Intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Oh yeah, that will make a good story. Room 437. Everyone knows what goes on in here. This is a room which no one talks.
Yes,
it's not even a
this
room, it's a
is
corridor.
Exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Fire-breathing badgers in space atop giant bees. Can't see any yet. No, it just seems to be the same corridor again and again. I'm stuck in a loop. Oh no. This is lovely. I like this a lot.
Oh no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
The line has certainly caused some damage there, hasn't it? It's properly trash stuff. Line. That's it. I'm not going to go. Oh, I've got to follow the line now, though. It's going the same way as me. Crazy line. Okay. This is good. I like the line. The line is my friend. What was wrong with line? Oh. Line. Vandal. Get you reported.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh, I was disappointed. I thought you were going to open both and I was going to go in the other one. Oh, what does that say? The confusion ending.
Oh,
I've been playing the confusion ending for 16 minutes.
The confusion ending? You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't
Rebel,
do
man.
it.
Rebel.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
So there we go. So he's reset. Now, is he going to remember? Or are we back literally at the start? There's no line. So we're on the 5th one. We're on the 5th restart. Is that it? Because the end result of that was that the narrator was gone and I died. Which I'm not really okay with that.
What could it mean?
It's me.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's Stanley. Hello, it's me. Do you remember me? Oh, don't forget me, narrator man. You're the only other person around. Narrator man, remember me. Right, here we go, here we go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do you know what? I'm going to do it. Because now I don't think it matters what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in the door on my left. There we go. And now I'm going to walk around these endless corridors for a bit. Okay, so I'm going up into a little meeting room. Ah, this is where I was supposed to go
Yet
first.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a co-worker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passively aggressively on another... Ah! Using slides. There's a slick blue graphic in the header and throw him... Yes! That is what people do. Everyone is unique. Me most of all. Yeah, okay, what do they want? Things, money, more money. Things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs. And graphs about things and money. And that's their new product. A bit of software that shows you graphs about things and money. Facts? What year is this set in? Okay, right, well I see no reason to object. Let's go this way. Let's go through here. Broom closet? The door opened.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I cannot noting. There's some adhesive. Oh no, wrong game. Right.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Yeah, but I think there is, because I think it's annoying you, Mr. Man, and...
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I'm crouching. I'm crouching. Right, now I'm going to run. I'm going to go out of there. Stairs. Ooh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, Stanley went downstairs. Stanley went down the stairs toward this big room with red light. Ooh, red light under the stairs for some reason. Okay, yeah, let's go. Car park.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Good question.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
He has a very relaxing voice, doesn't he? I'm nodding off.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, Stanley's losing it.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
No, it isn't. Stanley, I'm a man.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Don't run. Call an ambulance. Is that me? Oh, come on. There's got to be another twist to that. Another little twist. Come on. Loading. Oh! Oh, now it's getting very, very, very existential, isn't it? So was that me? Was I dead on a pavement, or is that just part of the story? Okay, let's go through here.
Gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right, I'm going to go and this way. I'm going to go and see what happens. I don't know if that was like an ending, and it's all going to get confusing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he didn't. He opened the door on his right, actually. He went through
To
it.
the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I think that was it. I think we just sort of came to one of the possible endings. That Stanley, was a madman who basically went mad, ran out into the street and then died. And then a lady named Mariella also ran away. Oh,
wow.
That's a bit sad.
Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite...
I'm not going down there.
...and got back on track.
I'm going to go straight into the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I like this as monetized free-to-play. Well done, company. Well done. Yeah, okay. So there's the broom closet. Yeah. I'm not even going to go in there because that's silly. But I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to obey.
Upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm going to see what happens if we follow the instructions. Wow. Now, boss man lives alright, doesn't he? What's that say? Executive bathroom. Can I not go in there? Oh, fine. Yeah, this is nice. I like it in here. Right, where's my boss in his overly opulent surroundings?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845, you say? Oh, what if we do this? What if we do this? 2845. Boom.
By simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to
Oh, look. Secret.
Amazing.
Secret.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, secret thing. Little generator-y thing. Is that cement or something? Right, okay, so we're in a worky area. Looks all a bit industrial. Oh, button, big button, press big button. Where's this taking me? So this is the story that the narrator wanted me to tell. So let's go down this route. I think the other story did finish. I think Stanley, my first incarnation of Stanley, died on a pavement.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, are we at the bottom of those bits where all the things are? Mind control. That says mind control. I think I might have come to the bottom of this mystery. Yeah, we've come down a long way. And in that room with all the computers in, all the screens where we were looking at all the different rooms, we were on a high up ledge, but there was a bit lower down. I wonder if we are at the bottom.
Straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
There's a bit there that says escape. Do you know what? No. I want to go into the mind control facility and see what's going on. Oh, can I have some lights? That'd be Quite handy. No, no lights. Fair enough. I like the dark. So is that... Yeah, I think this is that room. Look, that's the ledge I've been on before. Okay. There's a big... It's not red. The button isn't red. And what is that? What's on there? What's... Oh, I can't read it. What is on there? Just a series of numbers? Right. Well, alright. I'm going to push this button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
And why are some of the screens not in this big grid? There's some sort of sticking out at the top for some reason. Yeah, I'm going. And I imagine we'll push another button. It'll take us over to that one. Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm going to investigate. I want to know what's going on. Cameras?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where was 427? Can I press it again? Where was that viewing bit? It was sort of over to the right, wasn't it? It was kind of over there somewhere, I think, 427. It was sort of along there. Yeah. There. Employee 427. That's me. Go back to the other one. Go back to my room and let's see what it looks like from your cameras. There it is. There's my room. Ah, you creepy spy man. Right. So what's the last one then? Oh, employee 104 has been fired. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to press the button. I don't know what that button does.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
So is my entire life just a big lie? I'm going to go in this lift.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Well, you seem to know everything I'm doing, Mr. Narrator Man. You know everything, so maybe you're a part of
But here
this.
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Will I? What if I don't... What if I want to go down here instead into this whirly thing? That did nothing. Okay. I don't want to smash the controls. How? I want to use that thing instead. How do I use buttons? I'm going to press this. Does that do anything? 2! Yes! I've pressed a button. What if I have to press them in order? 1. Nothing. 2. Okay, right. Let's press them in order. Let's see what happens. Where's 3? 3. Where are you, 3? That's 5. There's 4's up there. Where's 3? 3 is here. 3. 3. Yeah. And then let's go up to there and press 4. I don't know what this is doing. I have no idea if this does actually anything at all. But it makes sense to press buttons in a sequence to me. So let's try it. 4. And then 5 is all the way down across the other side of the room. It's over there, look, near the doors. So let's go this way. Let's go and press 5. And who knows? Will it do nothing? It probably will do nothing at all. But yeah, we tried. Not a sausage. Nothing at all. Oh. Oh. What do I do? I'm going to go in here. I'm going in here. It's a giant computer screen. No one can resist a giant computer screen with some sort of code on it. I'm not familiar with it. I can't read it from here, to be honest, but...
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Oh, but do I want to, or do I want to become the king of this domain? I could rule it. Well, there's no one here. Do you know what? No, I'm going to go with what it wants me to do. I went with not what it wanted me to do before, and I ended up dead on a pavement, and no one gave a monkey. So, yeah, I'm going to switch it off. Off. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I've got no lights. That is unfortunate. Okay, so darkness is happening. Oh. Right, I can see something.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
That looks lovely. I'm out. I can go. I'm free. Potentially.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, now that is intriguing, isn't it? Because I just followed precisely the instructions given to me by the narrator in order to complete the game, in order to make sure Stanley's mind wasn't controlled. But by doing so, I followed the instructions of someone telling me exactly what to do for that to happen. So was he free? Or was he just essentially just doing exactly what he was told to do in order to become free? Which meant he wasn't free because someone was controlling his actions. But then if you don't follow the control and you don't follow the path and it goes wrong, you end up dead on a pavement and people run away, and Mariella, or whatever her bloody name was, doesn't bother to help you and she just runs off screaming. Ah, very clever. Oh, I like this. I like it. And there's going to be so many other bits to do. So, you know, I could do all that again, but then press the on button in that room and see what happens with that and see what the narrator says. In fact, yeah, let's try that. Let's go do it again. I imagine this is reset.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Have I become someone else? Because Stanley's free. Who am I now? Oh, this is brilliant. I'm now someone else, am I? Because I can't be Stanley, because Stanley was free. What is he saying here?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, now how different is it now? Okay, right. I'm going to head toward the other room. I'm going to head toward do what I did before. Follow all the choices. Do all the things that it wants me to do. Go down into the mind control room, and I'm going to press yes or on or whatever on that keypad at the end rather than off.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety
I'm annoying him.
wasn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
So because I've tried to rush through it, essentially, and hurry up, I typed the keypad thing in very quickly. The narrator is now not able to finish his sentences, so he's playing this calming music.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yeah. So now I'm going to poodle through here and see if he does it again. Let's go quickly and let's see if he then tells me to stop and slow down again. Big red button. Lovely big red button. Let's see where this takes us. Down, 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 and loading. Right, so we're back here again. This is the weird mind control-y bit. This is lovely. Let's go through here.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Again, intriguing. I could do this again a third time and go down there. What's down there? But now I'm going to go in here because I want to press yes on the big button at the end and see what that does. So, yeah, okay, let's whack that button. Bosh.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So here I am. I'm back. And I found my way through to here again. Nothing particularly out of the ordinary happened apart from him in the boss's office telling me to slow down, but everything else worked fine. I haven't figured out what the buttons in that other room are for, the 1 to 5. That might be yet another thing to do. But for now, let's press this. Let's see. I'm going to put this on. It might not do anything, but we shall see. Let's do it.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes, I did.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
What are all these things?
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
You meanie.
I raised them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other
You
times,
horrible man!
I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
I was going to go through the door. I was going to run through the door.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on.
Okay, am I supposed to do something? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Precious additional
It's telling me to go and press a big yellow button. Where is that? Where's that yellow button?
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
That's precisely it.
Just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off. I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley.
Oh, he's evil.
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Oh,
Take a look
no.
at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Okay, so I'm going to talk over him now. He's being evil. Everything's going wrong. All the messages are saying goodbye, Employee 427.
Another choice.
This might be it.
Or don't. It's all the same. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
And Stanley just got nuked. Poor whatever version of Stanley he was. Third Stanley. The first one was on a pavement. Second one somewhere else. The second one survived and got out, didn't he? He had free will but didn't have free will because to get his freedom he had to follow orders. But then if you don't follow the orders and exert your free will, you end up generally being dead. This is... I like this. Yeah, I might have to play some more of this. I might have to go away for a bit, do something else, try and get my head round the whole concept of everything it's asking me and telling me and force-feeding all these bizarre things into my brain. Yeah, I do like this. This is very clever. I think the people that have made this have made more games as well, so that they are definitely going to be worth looking at. Yeah, this has got... who knows? Who knows the amount of playthrough potential this has got? I mean, I don't know. There must be so many different endings. Like in that room, what if you don't do anything? What if you just run off? What if you run out the doors? What if you don't go that way at all? Like when I entirely ignored him and broke it and followed the yellow line that went round. What if I just do that constantly and ignore every single command he gets? Does he throw a strop? Does he just keep restarting me? Who knows? Who knows how it works? I shall have to give it a lot more time and playthroughs and things and see what else poor Stanley can be subjected to. But that was tremendous. What a brilliant little run through there. Nothing, no guns, no shooting, no fighting, none of that. Just good old-fashioned storytelling in a game. And yeah, what storytelling. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. I'm really excited now. I want to go and do some more. But no, we shall leave it there for now because I don't want to do too much. I've done a couple of ways through, And if people do then see this and think, oh, I'm going to go and give that a go, I don't want to have completed literally every possible permutation of everything. And that's quite fair for the people that made the game. So, yeah, we're going to leave it there. We'll leave it there, and I shall try it on my own at some point and just see what other scrapes I can get Stanley into. So, yes, this has been the really, really excellent Stanley Parable. I have enjoyed this immensely, and I shall probably continue enjoying it for a while. So for now, thank you very much for joining me and Stanley in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. Okay, and a boat has majestically hopped up onto the cliffs of Dover. Well done, boat. I have a terrible feeling that part of your hospitality involves putting me in a big metal pot on top of a fire and cooking me. I've seen Indiana Jones. I know what you are like. Did Gandhi just turn me down? I've been spurned by Gandhi. The Tlatwani. God, can you just call yourself Malcolm? Wow, that was the most nimble repairing of a pasture I've ever seen. Although I haven't really seen anyone ever repairing a pasture. Maybe that's how it always happens, I don't know.